In this tutorial, we're going to look at how to highlight content on your project page. Stuff like your project description, a welcome message to new members, or any content that you want to always appear on your project page when people visit it. So this can only be done by project administrators. So right now I'm logged in as a project administrator of the William Kentridge project. In previous tutorials, I had shown a visual representation of a project page to illustrate how the page was organized. And I've done the same thing here for the William Kentridge project. So you can see here that we have some folders and a sticky note here that correlates to elements on the project's homepage. So we've got a folder for the project images, which correlates to this image carousel we have here. And we also have a folder for the links, which you can see down here. And we have a bunch of other folders for the same thing. But we also have a sticky note here, and that corresponds to the featured video, which is right here. And the featured video is different from all the other content that we have on the project page. All of the other content is a collection of things that fall into the same category. A collection of images, a collection of links, etc. And that's why they're represented by the folders. The folders hold several pieces of content. But the featured video here is just one piece of content that's displayed by itself. And that's why it's represented by the sticky note. It's something that we want to highlight and make sure that people will see every time they come to the project page. So how can you make this happen for your project? Well, site administrators can make this happen when editing the content of their project page. So we're going to click on Pages, and then click on Edit Content for the home page. And then we're going to decide on which region we want this highlighted content to appear in. Click on the plus and click Add Content. This here is the new spiffy interface for adding content to your page. Everything is now organized by these tabs here. So Project Assets here contains most of the things that you'll be adding to your project page, like collections of project images, links, etc. All the things that are represented by those folders that we had. But we're not going to be adding that to the project today. We're going to be adding the special highlighted content. And two ways to do that are down here: New Custom Content and Add a Node. So let's start with Add a Node. Now, a node just means a single piece of content. So you want to do this when you've already created the content that you want to highlight, and now you just want to place it in its special highlighted container on the front page. This is what was used to add the featured video, and we can do that same thing for any other piece of content that we've already added to the project. So I know this project has a lot of images, so let's highlight one of the images here. We'll click on Add a Node. And now we need to enter the title of the image here. So I'll just start typing it in. And you can see we have a couple things to choose on. So I'll click on the one that I'm interested in, and we'll see the title of the content right here. And then right here we see a node ID number. And this is just a number that identifies specifically which piece of content I'm talking about. So if there's two pieces of content with the same title, the node ID number will be different for those two pieces. I'm also going to change the title a little bit so people know that this is a featured image. So I'll type in featured image and then the title. I'm also going to uncheck teaser here, because the teaser is just a shortened version of the content. If it's a text-based content, it might only display the first paragraph. And if it's an image, it might display the image in a smaller form. And I want this image to be nice and big on my project page. So then I'll click Finish. And then I'll click Save here. And if we go to the home page, we can now see that highlighted image right here. So that's good if you already have some content that you want to feature on the front page. You can see that this image already existed and it's still listed here under the images. But maybe you want to add some text to the site that welcomes new visitors or something, and you don't want it to appear listed with other content, or you just don't want to bother with creating the content first and then adding it through the steps that we just did. You just want to do it all in one step. To do this, we'll go back to Pages, Edit Content, Add Content, and then we'll click on New Custom Content. And we can just type in our text right here. So I'll type in a little welcome message, and then I'll just paste in the text that I have copied from elsewhere. If you know some basic HTML tags, you can also add them in here and they'll display correctly on the front page. So I'll just put one HTML tag in here. And then we'll click Finish and then Save. And then we go to the home page and we see, if we go all the way down here, here's our welcome message. Now I'm gonna change where that welcome message is on the page. I'd like it to be on the top, so I'll go back here and drag it from the bottom of this region to the top. And then I'll click Save, and now it's at the top of my homepage where I want it to be. So that's how you can quickly add some descriptive text and highlight it on your front page. So let's say that the text you want to have on your front page is actually the project description that was written when your project was created. You remember that project description? You can find it and edit it here under Edit. So if we go to that page, you'll see there's actually two project descriptions. There's the short description, and that is what appears when your project is listed on the project page. And then we have the full project description, and that's what we can put on our project's front page. So let's do that now. We'll go to Pages, Edit Content, Add Content, and then under Project Tools, we'll see Project Description. And if I click on that, you can see it appears right here. So I'm going to drag it so that it appears under my welcome message, and then click Save. Go to the home page, and there's my project description. Nice and easy. So those are all the ways that you can highlight content on your front page. If you have any questions about this tutorial, or if you have a suggestion for another tutorial, you can click on the Contact tab in the main navigation of the THL site and send us a message. Good luck organizing your projects, and I'll see you in the lab.